About time England won a World Cup, isn't it?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Chipped in. And Bolin is there by David Platt. England has done it in the last minute of extra time.
2002 and then I've seen it, and the next 10 years we're dreaming, but the golden generation's in the war. Humiliation against Iceland, but in Russia we start climbing. Got a feeling it's our time is in the hall. Sing ooh la la.
Lineker is in the middle. They're followed the ball.
Sing ooh la la. Sing ooh la la.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
It is good afternoon. Welcome along. If you were recently on Dan's channel, it's nice to see you again. We've got another match. Is the World Cup finally coming to life? Well, who'd have thought that earlier? Japan. I mean, I actually went for a 2-1 to Japan. Couldn't see it coming at half time. 10, 15 minutes into the second half, it was all Japan. Great phase of the game for them. They went got one back, and expecting and waiting for the German response, and it just never came. Never came. So Germany got what they deserved. Going home early, who knows? We will find out. This is the watch along. It's the 4 o'clock kickoff. It's Spain versus Costa Rica. Do you think the Costa Rica can do it? Let's have a look.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Indeed. Well, let's have a look and go through what has been happening so far over there in the Middle East. Group A, wow. Ecuador and Netherlands joint top on 3 points each. Not sure how they're doing the plus and minuses with the goals and all that, but I think they're 2 up for both the Ecuador and Netherlands. And Senegal and Qatar sit at the bottom of those. I don't know about you, but when Qatar scored their first goal the other day in the game, I thought, here we go. And of course, it was ruled offside. It was ruled out, which probably meant we can kind of get on with the competition. But I must admit, every time I look at a dubious decision in this World Cup, I'm thinking, really? But there we go. That's how Group A looks at the moment. And Kate, good afternoon. How are you? And I just realised that I've got the World Cup trophy up my nose. So let me just get rid of that. There we go. Now you can see me. I know what you're saying. Put the trophy back. Oh, you're well. Did you see the game, Kate? Have you just seen the game, Japan? I went 2-1, but I didn't think it was going to happen. Let's have a look at Group B. Obviously, we'll follow Group A. And there we go with Group B. England sat on the top, 6-2. It could have been so much better than 6-2. Wales and USA, probably the best result for us. But look, let me get my co-host in today. I know he's an Arsenal fan, but he's all right. He's all right. Give him a chance. And hey, they're top of the league. They're top of the league at Christmas. What more could you want? Chris says Costa Rica to beat Spain. Fingers crossed, mate. Luca, good evening, sir.
Big up, man. How are you, man?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming on. A bit of the graveyard shift, this one with the 4 o'clock kickoff.
Of course. Yeah.
First of all, if we go any further, where can people find you? I will be adding your details into the description afterwards, but just give your details, your channels a shout out as to where people can follow you. Because I know you're doing a lot of World Cup stuff as well.
Yeah, I've been doing quite a lot of World Cup stuff, and I'm scheduling some more. Yes, find my YouTube channel, Luca AFC. We're going to be doing World Cup Watchalongs. We are live again tonight at 6:30 p.m. for the Belgium versus Canada game. And tomorrow, I think we're going to be doing a few more streams as well, what I'm going to line up. And Friday, we have got Devils United Macy coming on for the England versus USA game. And you can find me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC1. And also Sunday, we're going to be doing Spain versus Germany. So going to be a lot of content coming out on the channel. It's going to be near enough every day.
Yeah.
But subscribe to the channel, Luca AFC. We are 7 away from 2.5K.
Good. Well, great. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. So just having a quick look going through here. Sportcat, Adu, how are you, sir? I have sent you a request on Instagram. I got yours. I accepted you. Join me I'm not often on Instagram for talking, so if you do want to talk, do contact me on at Leicester TID on Twitter. I'm on that sort of virtually my whole life. Group 1 we were just looking at. I suppose it's kind of playing out how we thought, didn't we? From there, the top 2 teams, possibly the 2, or do you think Senegal were unlucky?
Look, for me, when I looked at the Senegal-Holland game, I thought at times Senegal were very, very unlucky. I actually think they played well. Quite frankly, Chris, I didn't think they weren't going to play well because they missed Sadio Mane, which is a massive miss. And I like Sadio Mane as a player. And for me, like, fair play to Holland. Holland have really improved as a national team. And I've always given my criticism to Holland because they haven't really replaced like that centre-forward strike, like a Robin van Persie, a Robin, Van Nistelrooy, Cow. They haven't replaced anyone like that. But for me, what I like about Holland, which is actually going through the Dutch league, like Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord, all these teams, you've got Timber, right? Very good defender, played in the Dutch league. You've got Cody Gakpo, has been linked to a few Premier League clubs, has also been linked to Arsenal as well. During the transfer window. He looks very good. You've got Van Dijk, you've got De Ligt, you've Malaysia from Manchester United. You've got some very good Dutch international players. So for me, that's what I like about Holland at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And unfortunately, the Leicester player made a bit of a boo-boo. I didn't see the game, but I heard that Mendy... Maybe we'll just move on to that very, very quickly. Group B...
we talk about
couldn't go any better for us, could it?
Yeah, well, yeah. The thing is, when you look at that Group B, but England won 6-2. It was a good look for me. That game, it took England half an hour to score against Iran, which for me, I'm looking at and thinking there was time. Look, England deserved to win, right? Iran only had about probably like 2 shots on target, and for me, what really, really frustrated me about the game, and we probably couldn't do anything about it, was that when the goalkeeper got injured for them, if you knew he was going to get injured, then why let him continue and then went off?
He shouldn't have continued. I think everybody says that was a weird decision, but he didn't stay on for. I mean, fairness, he came off quite quickly, after that. But I mean, I don't think it was ever a penalty. Well, it was a penalty, but then so was the one on Maguire earlier, and 3 or 4
one was
since
definitely
then, I USA, Wales. I thought USA were the better team. Wales got the penalty, but that was a great result for us, wasn't it?
Well, it was. Like for me, I think it was a good result for England because for me it benefited with England getting top of the group, right? And I know people have questioned about England. Yes, England is second is a better option, right? Of rooting in because England could face either Holland, Senegal, potential quarterfinal with France. And if you want to win this competition, you've got to beat the best.
We've
seen it. We've seen it with teams before, right? And don't get me wrong. When you talk about like there's best teams in there, all the best teams have got weaknesses. Germany used to be dominant. They're not as dominant as they are.
We've just seen that, haven't we?
Well,
We'll go on to Germany in a second. But Group C here, I mean, Saudi Arabia, bloody hell! I mean, all credit to them. I mean, FIFA won't be happy because obviously they want the bigger teams to go through because they owe money for the TV and everything. But well done to Saudi Arabia. Argentina disappointing for me. The big names haven't been coming up, haven't been turning up for the games. I think that's the thing. Bale didn't turn up for Wales. Messi didn't turn up for Argentina. And I just think, like, if you can't, when you're at that sort of level, and these are supposed to be 32 of the best teams in the world at this competition, and if you can't time, if you're getting caught offside so many times, you world-class strikers, you should be able to do a better job than that. So they've probably got what they deserved, Argentina.
For me, Argentina had about 3 or 4 offsides, and they were poor. They were poor, and for me, this is what I said. I said this on Rich's channel yesterday, right, and a few other podcasts yesterday. People thinking that Argentina will win the World Cup. Their defense is not that great. No. If you really think about it, Tagliafico for Ajax is okay, but he's not world class.
Yeah.
Lisandro Martinez for Manchester United, I think he's probably their best defender out of the whole four. Martinez has not had a good season for Aston Villa, but still a good goalkeeper, right? Their defence is not that great. Messi, right? Do you think Messi's actually finished as a player?
I think there's a lot of footballers here. Lewandowski, Ronaldo, Messi, Bale. This is their last World Cups. So we are looking at, it is the back end of their career internationally. The last chance for them to do something. And like I say, I think a lot of teams rely on these players. And I think they've been let down. Like I say, Bale didn't turn up. Messi didn't turn up for this. You hardly saw him apart, with the penalty. But yeah, I think there's a lot of players. It is the last chance saloon, and maybe.
Well, it is because for me, like it is a shame that you're going to lose these sort of great players in the World Cup. We know all these people can't go on forever, but Messi, Ronaldo. It's a big opportunity for them not to win. And look, what Ronaldo has gone through with the whole Glazer situation and now Man United are back now. And for me, like with Messi as well, he's going through a bit of a time and all that as well. They want to win this competition. They want to go on and look, they're all going to be fighting for each other. We can't have all of them at once. One of them's got to win it. That's how it works. But for me, if I wanted to choose out of these great players to win a World Cup, I'll go for Messi.
I'd like to see Messi win it. I can't stand Ronaldo, but that's another argument for another show. But yeah, I'd like to see Messi lift it. I'm not a fan of Argentina. I mean, Argentina, Germany, Scotland, the 3 international teams I hate the most. But yeah, but they've got to change something from that performance. But hey, Luke, how are you? Spain will be knocked out in the group. We'll find out soon, won't we?
I reckon Costa Rica can get something out of Spain.
Well, I said earlier, and on Dan's channel, football on paper, Argentina should have won, Germany should have won, but football's not played on paper, But Poland Mexico was a bore draw, wasn't it? That was God.
Game, man. I thought it was a bit boring, Poland Mexico, in my opinion.
I think you're being very kind to them there. And then that was followed by Denmark Tunisia. What do you think of the refereeing in this World Cup?
I thought the referee was poor in this game. Tunisia versus Denmark. I thought the game was quite fragile. I think it was quite boring. Like it's a good result for Tunisia to get a good point against the European Denmark semi-finalists of the Euros last year. I thought the ref was poor. I thought it was a boring game. I was like watching paint dry.
It was another boring game, but I've got to be honest with you, the refereeing standard and the VAR standards has been absolutely it's been rubbish in this World Cup. I actually thought the referee in this game, I thought was one of the best refs for me. And I think the fact that he went over to the monitor for that penalty at the end and actually said, "No, I stick him by my original decision." Fair play to him. But I haven't updated that actually. I need to update Group D because obviously Australia.
Just refresh the page or something.
Yeah, I need to. It was late yesterday, but obviously France are on top of there. Australia went ahead, yes, because I hate the French. As you said. That's the other team, another team I'm not keen on. But no, Australia, well, they went 1-0 up, but that was sort of as good as it got for them after that. You know, and now this. I mean, we've seen it before at World Cups, haven't we? Germany bottom of the group.
For me, when I talk about Germany, right, they're not that dominant team where they had Bastian Schweinsteiger, Khedira, a prime Ozil, a prime Podolski, Klose, Lahm, all these players. Yes, Germany have still got the Neuers and the Müllers. I get that. But for me, Germany are not that team what they dominate. Yes, they've got good players. Leroy Sané was a big miss for Germany. But however, they've got some good individual players. I think what Germany lack is a proper centre forward. They haven't really replaced Miroslav Klose because he was a goal scoring machine in the World Cup.
Yes.
And Timo Werner not getting a call up, I think that's okay. He's not that prolific great, but he's a goal scorer. And for me, I would personally think Timo Werner not getting a call up, but doing well for Leipzig. I think it's a bit harsh for not calling them up because this is the problem with Germany. Like you look at Germany's defense, Rudiger's a good defender, right? Very experienced, right? That's why he's gone to Real Madrid. And then you've got other players in that position. Neuer's getting old, but still a good goalkeeper, right? I think Germany. The problem with Germany is that they've got some individual errors where weaknesses. I think the problem is like their defense can be caught. Their defense can be catch. Yeah. Because we saw it in the Euros against England. England battered Germany. Okay, England won 2-0, but they were battering Germany, right? I think the problem with Germany is that they don't really have anyone clinical.
Germany aren't the Germany that put 7 past Brazil.
No, they're not.
You know, they are in the middle of a rebuild. And then I didn't see this game earlier. Morocco, Croatia.
I never saw it.
But apparently another 0-0. Are you going to get them? I guess But are we expecting too much sometimes? Because it's like you're looking and thinking, oh great, this is like a Liverpool Manchester City final, and it just disappoints because you're expecting so much. I was watching that game, I say Germany and Japan. And Japan, up until them scoring the 2 goals, had not had a shot on target.
No, of course not.
And for it to be a team that's supposed to be one of the 32 best teams in the world, in the World Cup, for 60, 70 minutes, not having a shot on target is disgusting for me.
Well, it is disgusting because for me, like, I think it's just wrong. In my opinion, like you see some of these, like what I want to say is about these World Cups, like we all predict and say, oh, this and that we're going to win. And do you think this has been a good World Cup? For me, I think it's been decent. I think it's been all right because for me, a lot of people have given, at the start of the tournament, I had my criticisms about it saying, oh, why are we having the World Cup in Qatar? Yeah. We're stopping the Premier League. You should have done it earlier before the start of the season. Right. But for me, I've actually quite enjoyed this World Cup. Yeah, it's dragging a bit. Yeah, we want the Premier League back. We want the real football back. We want Arsenal back. We want Leicester back. But however, I've actually quite enjoyed this World Cup. There's actually been quite a few shots.
I think if you take out the fact that it's Qatar and and I'm all for, and I've said this many times, I'm all for some of the. I mean, Mexico have got the World Cup next time round. This is the third time they've got it, and yet places like Australia, New Zealand that could host it. All right, they put bids in. They put a bid in for this one, Australia, and they haven't had it. Why? We know why, because of the brown envelopes and everything. But go to these countries, spread the word of football. I'm all for that, but make sure that the games, the countries that you're going to are above reproach. And obviously, no country is above reproach, but you know what I'm saying. So much was promised that has been reneged on. Threatening players if they wear particular armbands. I mean, it's just a joke. And I've got to say, big up to Germany, who, when they lined up for the team photo before the kickoff against Japan, all put their hands over the mouth like that, as if we're all being stifled and what have you. So big up to them for doing that. But for that aside, and to my mind, what's going to happen if we don't watch the World Cup? Nothing. Qatar aren't going to say, Chris and Luke aren't watching the World Cup. Oh my God, what we're going to do? Sort of thing. They're not. Don't go out and buy Budweiser, buy Corona instead. Don't go to McDonald's, go to Burger. That's where it's going to hit them. But I'm looking at these stadiums. I don't know what's going to happen to these stadiums. The rumours are that they can be taken down because of the way they've been built and what have you. Fantastic stadiums. I've just seen the lights going round and the air conditioning. Brilliant. That is fantastic. The games, it started. I think the Saudi game kind of kick-started the World Cup for me.
Well, for me, I look at it, and for me, what really got me into the World Cup was, I didn't watch the opening game. I wasn't interested.
Oh, you were lucky. You were very lucky.
Qatar versus Ecuador. What kind of a game is that?
Yeah.
And I know people might say to me, "Oh, Luca, you hadn't seen Qatar play or anything like that." That's fine. But for me, what really got out of my seat was watching the highlights. Argentina versus Saudi. Argentina missed so many offsides in that game.
Yes.
How the hell did Saudi Arabia go on to beat one of the best teams in the world? That went on a bit of a really, really good. Was it 37 games unbeaten or something? He's muted. You're muted. Chris, you're muted. He's muted. Hold on. He's muted. He suddenly went quiet for some reason. Keep talking, I'll be back. You muted. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's my sound. But no, go and subscribe to Leicester Till I Die. Can anyone hear me in the chat? So under the way, Spain versus Costa Rica, 0-0 at the moment. Chris will be back shortly. For some reason, the sound went off. For some reason, he spoke, and then the sound went off. Right, Spain under the way at the moment. Chris will be back in a minute shortly. He's just going to go and sort out his sound situation. I don't really want to take over someone's channel. I've got my own channel, for God's sake. But I'm supporting Chris, and which is good. I'm supporting him. So Spain versus Costa Rica. What do you think about the predictions at the moment? Please let me know, and that would be great. I'd like to get your thoughts on it as well. I'm watching the game on my phone. But no, I think Costa Rica can pull a result against Spain, because you've seen it in the World Cup. You've seen Germany losing to Japan. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show in this World Cup. So to me, Spain, and yes, they do have good players, but they're not the Spain what they were before. If that makes sense, because they don't look, for me, when I look at, they've got Ferran Torres, I'd take him at Arsenal. Yeah, he kind of flopped at Man City, but Barcelona, he had a very, very good season. But I like him, and I think he'd be good.
I'm back.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Can you hear me? It was me. I've had such problems with this. If anybody that was on Dan's channel earlier will know, I've had problems with my mic and my internet, and I had to sort of just turn it all off. Thank you very much for hosting the show.
No worries.
Right, let me just get the graph back up. Prediction for this one, Luca.
1-1.
You got yeah. I fancy a draw.
I fancy a draw. Ain't rubbish.
But we'll soon find out, won't we? But it would be interesting to see what Costa Rica have got in their locker.
Yeah, I hope so. Because if you bear in mind, right, Costa Rica did get, I think they got top of the group in the 2014 World Cup. They had Italy, England, and Uruguay in it.
Yeah, and it had us in it, didn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we couldn't beat them.
No. And Costa Rica were good back then. They still got Joel Campbell, which is great, former Arsenal player. Any Leicester players in that team?
Yeah, you had to get that in, didn't you?
Any Leicester players?
Not for Costa Rica, I don't think. No. But right, let's just see. We should be up and running again now. There we go. So thank you for covering me there. Like I say, I need to change. This is the newer of my two microphones, and it's the one.
It happens to me sometimes.
Yes.
And I have to come out of the page and refresh it again.
Right, let's have a look. Ravi's in. Good afternoon, Ravi. How are you? Roy Keane said that the ban, they can't suspend every player. It's true. But like I say, Germany have made a stand before the game today. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. I had problems, Dean. He could hear you. Yes, Luca. Can't wait for Fuller to come on.
Fuller.
I've hidden the message. Oh, right, mate. Sorry, I didn't see because I went off and had a problem. But thank you for getting rid. Was it a sex bot? I always write those down.
Fuller, is that the footballer Fuller? Ricardo Fuller?
I'm not sure. He said who Terry is referring to there. Let us know who you're referring to, Terry.
You know that Ricardo Fuller who played for Stoke?
He's retired, hasn't he?
Yeah.
2-0 Spain, says Nate. Dean's gone 3-2 to the Costa Rica. Gray 2-0 Spain. You have got rid of the bot. Sorry, thank you. I misread that. Luke says there's two sides to that, Luke. Teams like us, Wolves, Southampton, Everton will be glad this break has come because it provides the managers time with the players to fix what's gone wrong first. I'm with Luca on this, if I'm reading this correct, that I didn't want it. I didn't want the break. The break's come at the wrong time.
It came at the wrong time for me as well.
Yeah. You're getting me now. Great. Who are the weakest players in both teams? To be honest, you tell me. I've no idea. Jeff is back. Hi, Chris and Luca. A couple of big upsets so far. Will this be the third? Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Oh my God, that was a chance. It was. No, to me, I just think Arsenal top of the league.
Yeah.
You're on a good run. You've only lost one all season. You don't want it to end. For Leicester, we started off really badly, as you very well know. But we turned it round, and we were unbeaten I think we lost 1 in 6, and hadn't conceded any goals in the last 5 or something. I mean, so yeah, I didn't want it to come now. I wanted to continue. But
the thing is, what I'm worried about us. Yes, we're top of the league at the moment, right? And Arteta's doing very well at the moment. But for me, I'm just worried about.
What did you say then? Sorry, what did you say?
What?
Did you say Arteta's doing very well at the moment?
I'm very well at the moment.
God, now got witnesses, guys. Witnesses
What,
that Lucas said that.
is there slowly thing changing mind situation?
No, I wanted Rodgers out after 3 or 4 games, and now obviously I've changed my mind.
The thing is with what I'm worried about I'm worried about players like Thomas Partey. You know what I mean? Like Brazil, you've got Martinelli and Jesus. And Partey and Xhaka are playing tomorrow as well. These are our key players for Arsenal. So we've got a lot of players who are playing tomorrow. And what I'm worried about is the reason why I don't want Brazil to win it, because we've got West Ham on Boxing Day at the Emirates. And for me, Martinelli and Jesus, these are very important players.
Yeah.
And we don't want to lose these sort of individual players. And this is what...
Of course you don't.
We don't have squad depth. We don't have squad depth. And that's and that's the problem. And we're top of the league.
We're the same with obviously with Maddison. I mean, if he comes back injured, and he's injured at the moment, but we know it was wrong anyway. But even unfortunately for our teams, but for Luke, I get it because of course with Forest have got so many new players that it would. And I'm not being sarcastic there, Luke, but you have got a lot of new players, and it hopefully will give them time to now bed in those that haven't gone away.
Well, I hope so, because we've got Smith Rowe coming back.
Gray says Gooners will falter. Ooh, don't start him off. Right. I'm on 8 minutes 20. I don't know what you were on, Luke.
I'm on 7 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm a bit behind.
You're mate, so I'm normally 9 times out of 10. I'm normally the one that's behind. But
what do you think of the game so far? Costa Rica and Spain, it's end-to-end stuff they're attacking.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, have the big boys disappointed you this? Like I say, Germany, I thought they'd got another gear, but they just didn't go into that gear in the second half.
I thought Germany were very good in the first half. The problem with Germany is in that game, they had so many chances in that game. And then I said earlier in the show, they lack a proper centre forward. Timo Werner is not being called up, because I think it's because he's been injured or he's just not really been called up as favour from the German manager. Werner isn't a bad option. Yeah, okay, at Chelsea, he was not that great at times, but he's probably better what they got. And this is the problem. Germany have got very good attacking. Like, you've got the experience of Thomas Müller. You've got Gnabry. You've got Sane. The other winger, I forgot his name, who played up front, Musiala or something like that. I think his name is. You've got very good individual attack, but the problem is they haven't really got someone like a big man up front that's going to be a threat. And that's the problem. Look at Lucas Podolski. He's still playing in the Japanese league. Yeah. Germany are not going to call him up right now, aren't they? You look at Brazil, they managed to call 39-year-old Dani Alves. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm Gray's. Well, you're probably about the same as me then, Gray. The top teams of two. I think that might work in England's favour, that we haven't got that one big superstar, if you like, that's that we are relying on. And I think that actually does work in our favour. Well, it does. Were you pleased to see Maddison there? For me, I'm happy that Maddison's got a call up. He's been fantastic for Leicester this season. Yeah. He's been your best player that's actually keeping you out. Hang on a minute. There has been a goal. Yes. And it's 1-0 to Spain. Yes. España have scored. 10 minutes in. Well, 11 minutes in. Goal, actually. Let's have a look. Boom. Yes. Offside? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. I think it was onside when he took it. But made it look simple. It's just about onside, which I'm looking at the corner of my eye. I think it's just onside. Start for Spain. No shock in the World Cup just yet. But don't forget, Germany were 1-0 up. Exactly. Brazil will be a threat if Neymar doesn't keep falling over. Great guy. They did make it look easy. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the replay. Spain coming forward. There's a lot of defenders back. And I'm not sure. I I think it's onside.
No, I think he might be off. I think he might be off, I think he was offside.
No, I think it was just about onside. I just think he just about slightly onside.
I mean, they appear to be playing on, so I'm guessing the goal's been given. I think that looked offside.
You reckon? I think it was just about onside.
I don't know, what did everybody in the chat think?
Let us know, man.
Hello to Just Me.
Hello, Just Me.
Yeah, let us know. It has been given, but I mean, I'm not seeing it. I only saw it from the one angle on the replay. No, like I said, I'd like to see it again, but it's been given.
We'll see it on the halftime analysis.
Yeah.
I think it was just about onside. What made you think it was offside?
Just as it showed it, I thought he was in front of the player, and then the Costa Rican player. Then he kind of came back into him, and when it showed the replay, he did look in advance of him, but it's a case of obviously I'm not seeing when the ball was released.
Possibly.
Because he could have been onside when the ball was released. And then obviously, I'm not seeing that. But Dean says it was a good goal. Dean says it was a good goal. So who am I to argue with the public?
I can't complain, mate. The audience, with the public actually watching.
I know, exactly. Yeah, far be it from me to go against the public opinion. Will Spain go all the way in this game? Possibly. I mean, we're only 13 minutes in.
30 days yet.
Yeah, Germany looked, good at this point. So, but none of the underdogs, apart from Qatar, who were awful and I know you said you didn't watch it and you were so lucky, but they were absolutely awful in that first game. And their attitude was, well, we can't defend, we can't win, we're just going to take the players out.
Do you think people are thinking that Qatar are cheats?
I just think there's so much gone on with this World Cup.
There has.
We know that there was bribes for them to get it, free kick to Spain. We know that there was bribes for them to get it. And when you look at the referee for the game earlier, he was the referee that left, finished the game 7 minutes earlier in AFCON, and yet here he is in the World Cup. How does it work? I don't think FIFA is any better since Sepp Blatter left, to be honest with you. But no, I mean, in that first game, they were absolutely awful. I mean, when the first Ecuador goal got ruled off, with everybody said, there we go, that's been paid for. But I just think they were just awful. They're the first team to ever lose their opening game as the host nation, weren't they?
Well, they were. And for me, normally you don't normally see a nation losing because remember South Africa won a game.
Yeah, that was a poor free kick by Spain.
It's poor, man.
Yeah,
come on, Joel Campbell, score, please.
and the referees in a lot of games, they've just been so card happy.
Years.
But there's the free kick to Costa Rica. I think there are more goals in this one, Dean. Yes. And like Dean said, whatever was, with them getting there, let's just enjoy the football.
Yeah, you just got to enjoy what you can.
Yeah, and I think with the football, with a lot of World Cups, you know what? They all start off a bit like, oh, this isn't. I was expecting better than this, and they just get excited. I mean, just like I say, Saudi Arabia for me, that was when the World Cup started, and Japan today.
Because when you see these sort of teams, you expect Germany to win, Argentina to win. Because back in the day in football, all these teams were always going to win.
Yes.
But now all this money's coming. Now all these teams are actually starting to believe. You've got all these teams are starting to say, why can't we not beat the best team? Right?
Yeah.
So you've got Germany losing, right? You've seen other teams lose as well, like Argentina. So anything can happen in this tournament. Like Belgium, for me, are playing tonight. I'm doing a watch along at 6:30 on it, right? And for me, Belgium, I look at their team. Their team's not that great. Yeah, you've got Tielemans in there. You've got De Bruyne. You've got Lukaku, Trossard and Hazard, the usual ones. But you've got like Alderweireld and Vertonghen in there. They're old. They ain't got the greatest defence. And we saw it in the Euros. Belgium got knocked out in the quarterfinals in the Euros against Italy, right? And it ripped Belgium apart in that game. And for me, Belgium, they leak goals. And that's the problem with Belgium.
They do, but I think as well, I think it's that it's coming towards the end of the the golden generation. You know, I think it happened with us when we had Sven, and again for Belgium, I think this is the last chance to possibly win something.
I mean, it is.
You know.
Because why is it that on the FIFA World Rankings that they put Belgium in the top list? They're not good enough. Yeah. Well, look, they're a good team, but the defence isn't that great.
Well, we'll see tonight. I mean, they're up against a team in Canada that aren't exactly known for the goal scoring frequency. But like Gray said there, let's just go back. This cup hasn't finished throwing up the shock results. And it hasn't, and that's what you hope for. You want to, I mean, FIFA like the big clubs to go through, but I think us as neutrals like to see that the smaller clubs do well.
Of course.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Dean. Yeah, please smash it. Oh, you're getting very deep there, Jeff. You're getting very deep. I think we'll move on from that. But Belgium, good individuals, but not great collectively. Like I say, I think it's going to be an interesting first round of games. Apart from probably France last night, though, I can't say there's anybody that's really put the fear of God into me.
No, because for me, like last night, I did a watch along with Reese, and for me, France and Australia had a very good start to the game.
Yes, they did.
And when I looked at the team news at the start, France's team wasn't that great. France's team wasn't that great.
Well, they've got half them out injured, haven't they?
Yeah, you've got Varane on the bench. You've got Saliba, who's had a great season for Arsenal, right? You haven't got, I think was one of the Fofanas were in that team, right?
Yeah, the other Fofana, not the Leicester, well, the Chelsea Fofana now, yeah.
Yeah.
But Kante's out, Pogba's out. There's so many players who are out.
Well. It's like Benzema's out, and Nkunku's out. That's like a spine in your team. And for me, like, look, I still think France. They had Griezmann, they had Mbappe. 2-0 Spain! It's 2-0! 2-0 Spain.
And it's been coming. It has been coming, to be honest with you.
Spain are hotting up.
I mean, it's almost, I'm just watching Spain here, and the goalkeeper
doing that.
had a mare. The goalkeeper had a mare there.
People should have done better.
I mean, I've just been while we were talking then, and it's almost like a practice match at this point for Spain. They're just passing it around.
They've always had this tiki-taka passing. That's how their style of play is.
Yeah. And Costa Rica don't at this point seem to have an answer.
No.
And they just opened them up. And I'm thinking, like, it's almost like Spain. Again, like I thought with Germany do it. I mean, that's a great ball out to the wing. Pulled it over first. I mean, look, he left footed shot. What a cross in, but he didn't even pause. He just hit that, and the goalkeeper. I'm sorry, the goalkeeper should have stopped that.
Should have done better than that. The keeper was being clumsy.
The goalkeeper. He's got both hands to it as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Fair play to Spain.
I think if you're talking about a decent goalkeeper, he's stopping that all day. But
No, look, for me, Navas, he played for Real Madrid, right?
yeah,
And he's won Champions Leagues. He's played for PSG. Look, I like Navas. I think he's a very good backup goalkeeper these days. I think he's very experienced, right? Yes, he has never played in the Premier League, but he's experienced. He's a keeper where you kind of need for emergency. Like, he isn't a bad goalkeeper. I like Navas. I think he's got very experienced and very good, and he's won trophies with Real Madrid. But I like Navas. I think he's good.
I do, but I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Just on that one particular save,
Well, yeah,
he should have stopped it. He should have stopped it. You know, that's not. No, it's not an easy game, Doug. You're right.
That's the thing.
Ecuador, only team that stood out for me. 2-0, yeah, 2-0 to Spain. Great. I mean, it was, and he took it well. First touch. I mean, he didn't even need a touch. He just kicked the ball, and it was a great score. They might score 5 or 6. I can see that happening. I really can. Costa Rica comeback, says Dean. I don't know what you're drinking, but can I have a pint, please?
Oh.
Nate, I don't think Kieran Navas has played a game this season for his club. I tell you what, again, I've noticed the referees, when it comes to corners, and I think they've obviously been told, but they are going into that box and they are sorting the players out.
Well, yeah, they are, because the thing is, when you look at Costa Rica, right, they're not playing very well in this game. Spain are just dominating in this game.
If I get this result right, Mrs. is cooking dinner tonight.
Yeah, tonight, if Spain has no more goals, please.
Good luck with that, Gray. Good luck with that. I think there's more goals in this game.
There is.
Spain looked so dangerous on the break.
What do you think of Spain overall?
They've got to be, honestly, look, they've got to be one of the teams that's in with a chance. You know, let's be honest with you, teams aren't going to be bothered about the heat here because it's all air conditioned. Although I think, this might be the one stadium that's not air conditioned. I'm not sure. But again, on paper, I've got to say all this when I look at it, it is on paper. They should be one of the teams that are doing well. Now, you know, England, we had a potential banana skin against Iran. We came through it. Spain have got a potential banana skin here against Costa Rica. It looks at this point like they're coming through it. I mean, I think the Spanish goalkeeper, I think he's just having a picnic because I've not seen him on camera for about 15 minutes. Spain are just like a dog with a toy. They're just passing it around.
That's what they do. Remember when they had Xavi, Iniesta, and all these players back then? Yeah, Spain, Germany will be it. I am doing a long for that on the weekend.
Yeah, I think Spain. I mean, again, on the performance, but you see, with Germany, they are slow starters. Even when they're in their peak, they always started tournaments slowly and grew into them.
Well, that's what they do, and that's the thing. Like all these big teams, they start picking up towards where they know that they have to win this game, which is so vital points to get out of the group. It's always a nightmare where you're thinking, right, let's deal with the first couple of games. Then if we're qualified, you get out of the group. You don't want to lose your first game because that's
the thing. That's the thing with Germany and Argentina. There's so much pressure on them now for the second game. If you remember England when we were under Hodgson in Brazil, I think we lost the first game.
Yep.
We could only draw the second, which meant we had to beat Costa Rica, and we only got a 0-0 draw, I think.
I remember. Yeah. Because
it absolutely puts the pressure on you when you lose the first game.
And for me, like when you look at England's next game against USA, England win that. Comes down to the Wales game, who's going to battle from the top because Wales are not Wales got a very good vital point. They didn't play well, but Wales got a very good draw against USA. And I'm quite shocked. I thought Wales would have beaten USA. But
I had it down for an American win. Oh, Spain. Oh, I thought it was Spain.
Spain. Oh.
Yeah, I I thought America were going to win, and I wanted America to win because obviously being English, I don't want Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland or everybody to do well. But Wales were lucky that they got the penalty, they put it away, but they were lucky in that game. And it was the best result for England. We couldn't have asked for a better result than a draw, could we?
Yes, of course.
But Iran were bad. I thought Iran were going to be better than that.
Where do you think England will get in this year's World Cup? I reckon quarter-final.
I don't think we will get to the quarter-final because we could end up, like I say, against if we come top of the group, it depends where Holland finish because we could have Holland in the next round. I'm away for the quarterfinals, so I'm hoping that if they do get through to the quarterfinals, I won't be covering it. I'll be sat in a pub in London watching it.
Well, you don't think England will beat Holland?
Look, let me put it this way. No, not when I look at the last games leading up to the World Cup. When you look at the Nations League, and
England didn't really want to take that seriously because you won't get it.
But well, this is what we're going to find out, isn't it? But
yes.
The fact of the matter is, with the Nations League, look, if we weren't in the Nations League, we would have been playing friendlies. If we were playing friendlies, we'd have probably been playing the likes of Malta, San Marino, Luxembourg, and we would have learned nothing from that. No. We didn't. We were playing Hungary's, Germany's, and those sort of teams. So it's kind of sort of brought us down a peg or two, if you like. After the
Hungary not qualified for a World Cup, I do not know.
No, I don't. But so looking on those results, I didn't think we're going to do very well at all. But then you look at the Iranian result, but it's one game, Let's see how well we do in the rest of the game. This is England. You can never trust them.
Well, let's see what happens. I think England get quarterfinals. Belgium, Brazil is a mouth watching. Do you reckon that's a really good, exciting game? Belgium, Brazil.
Oh, penalty.
Yep, it's a penalty to Spain. Oh, mine's just come up now. Penalty to Spain.
Yeah.
Spain are whipping this, man. What, Jesus, what are you going to get? When's the last time in this World Cup or any other World Cup that could potentially have 3 goals in just amount of minutes?
Yeah, I think the thing is as well. I don't know though. Yes, no, it's been given. No, there's no check or anything. If they go into this 3 or 4-0 up at half time, I think Spain will just cruise the second half.
They'll just sit back and defend.
But why? Why not? I mean, they've got another game in 3-4 days.
Yeah, they've got Germany, and Germany.
So why risk anything? And it's in
3-0 Spain.
3-0.
3-0 Spain now.
Yeah.
Mine's just come up with the penalty spot. 3-0 Spain now.
I think it's all over. Oh, he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Jesus.
Good penalty.
I expected a shock.
It was a good penalty, that.
But
say good. It wasn't anything spectacular.
No, it wasn't.
Did what was needed to be done, wasn't it?
No, he done what he had to do.
Yes, exactly.
How do you think Tillemans is going to be doing then? Like we keep sniffing Tillemans around at the moment.
Well, he's not going anywhere in January.
No, unfortunately not. But
there was rumours a few weeks ago of him signing a new contract, so we could actually get some money.
How long is the deal? 1-year deal?
I've no idea. I know it's nothing's happened with it, so I think it was probably rumours. To be honest with you, I don't think you'll get him because I think if he wanted to go to Arsenal, he would have gone by now.
But surely it does come down to Arsenal because I think Arteta probably didn't want to sign him because he probably doesn't fit our style of play. And does Tillemans work in the number 6 though? That's the thing.
Well, yeah, and then that doubt's going to be there in Tillemans' mind. Tillemans maybe then on the other flip side thinking, well, they didn't come in for me before. So if they come in for me now, it's
him that he wants to stay at Leicester.
No, I don't think. And in fairness, he deserves better than Leicester.
when
you
he
know.
does. But this season you have been very poor, but you have started to pick up a bit.
Yeah. And had he not had a bad season last season, which the whole team did, he would have gone by now. If he'd
Yeah.
had the form that he had before, but he had a bad season. But as I say, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be wearing the red of Arsenal.
Where do you think he'll go if he leaves? Top European club, Juventus?
I think it would be Juventus is a good shout. I think it would be a European club. I know Newcastle have been sniffing round and linked with him. Can you believe that Newcastle, with all the money they've got, came to Leicester and said, "We want to buy Maddison, but we'll pay you later for him"?
It's crazy because now Newcastle have got all this money, right?
But I guess it was for FFP, but we're like, fuck off. You know, if you can't pay, if you can't pay us, you're not having him.
What do you think of Manchester United? The news, that's really hurt me now.
Do you know, I think when I hate Ronaldo at the moment. I think that they couldn't. I think every Man United fan I've spoken to is glad to see the back of him. I think he was toxic. I think he went there because no other club wanted him.
Yeah.
I think Fergie got them to sign him because he was linked with Manchester City, and there's no way they wanted to let him go to Manchester City. And I think they've done well to get out of him. And this is why you don't want. I was well offside. You don't want individual players like that because he was undermining Ten Hag, and he was undermining. People say about Fofana. He sat there and he watched James Maddison score a goal because he couldn't be asked to play because he was on strike because he wanted to go to Chelsea. And when James Maddison scored a goal, he didn't even look up from his phone in the crowd or even applaud. So he's a rat. And then he comes out and goes, "Well done, my brother, in getting on the England team." And I tweeted him back, "You weren't saying that when you didn't applaud his goal, were you?" Funnily enough, I didn't hear back. And I think it's the same with Ronaldo leaving early in that game.
Because I look at it, right, with Manchester United, like, look, Ronaldo is right about the Glazers. The Glazers weren't doing anything at Manchester United.
No.
Right? And Manchester United, of course, yes, with Ronaldo, like calling like Wayne Rooney a name and all that, and then disrespecting the whole club. Ronaldo's just too greedy. Ronaldo just cares about the money.
Yeah, I know. No, he is totally.
Ronaldo's out of control.
Yes, he is. I mean, for him to go and demand that interview, I think it was. I don't think they should have had him back, but I don't think anybody else wanted him at the time. I think he'll end up either back in Portugal, maybe as a player coach or something.
Yeah.
Or he will.
He's 40.
Yeah, or go to America.
That's where he's going to go.
If a big enough American team that he's looking and can get him a trophy, then I think he'll go to America. But no, I think he's tarnished his reputation.
I think Ronaldo's finished, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he's at an age now where I think his brain is making moves that his legs can't keep up with.
No, of course not. And I think Ronaldo, we're hearing all this talk, Arsenal, would you take Ronaldo on a 6-month deal? I don't want Ronaldo at my club. We've had situations like Aubameyang, right? I liked Aubameyang. I loved Aubameyang. But it was the right thing. Arteta done the right thing to get rid of Aubameyang.
Oh, Arteta spent 2 or 3 seasons, in fairness, taking flack from fans while he sorted things out. And he's got rid of a lot of the troublemakers. So the last thing he wants is another troublemaker in. I know Piers Morgan would said he'd take him at his club, which is obviously Arsenal, in a heartbeat. But then they are bosom buddies. So I don't think. I mean, Company was on the ITV or BBC. I can't remember which one. And they said, would they take Ronaldo at Burnley? And apparently he said, no, I want somebody that can run. So. No, he's had it. And the Glazers going is a bit of a surprise, but I think they've probably just got fed up with all the hassle.
Well, they did. But I'm a bit worried that Man United are going to be back now. After we've slated all them lot.
I think they would be back anyway with Ten Hag, to be honest with you.
Do you
Let's
think
be honest with you.
Do you think they can challenge with City?
No, but the Glaziers were in charge when Fergie was in his last few seasons and winning things. The Glaziers have never been afraid to put their hands in the pocket and get, and bring money out. And so, but they just they don't handle things well. They're not the best of owners. I'm more surprised at the Liverpool owners, actually, because I thought there were one set of decent owners that are American, but they're selling Liverpool potentially. And I suppose you want the Kroenkes, of course, out of Arsenal.
Well, of course I want the Kroenkes out.
But they've backed.
Yeah, but they've backed Arteta for now. But it's like with Edu, right? I'm not Edu's biggest fan, right? Our sporting director, right?
Yeah.
People are forgetting about what he's made mistakes in the past. When we got rid of Aubameyang in January last year, or this year, whenever it was, right? Aubameyang, right? We had no decent striker. We had Eddie Nketiah and Lacazette, right? Nketiah did score important goals. When we were competing for top four and we just missed out because of that London derby game and Newcastle, Nketiah scored important goals. He scored against Chelsea. He scored against Leeds, right? I think he scored against West Ham. So for me, he was doing very well. Then suddenly he gets a new contract, right? Doesn't really do well this season, right? I don't rate Nketiah. I've never had, right? But what annoys me about Edu is he's made mistakes in the past. And he got it right in the summer. Does he deserve a sporting director? I'm assuming yes, he does, because he's got it right in the summer, right? He's managed to bring Saliba back. Arteta wanted to bring Saliba. I didn't think Saliba weren't going to come back to the club. And Saliba's been brilliant this season for Arsenal, right? He's managed to bring in some players in, right? So, and we're top of the league at the moment, and we're playing very well at the moment. Can we maintain that at the end of the season? I'd like to, right? But we've got to spend in January. We need a
With that thought, there endeth the Arsenal lesson. And we move on from Arsenal. Thoughts on the game so far? Costa Rica making the numbers up.
I think it's a good game. I think Costa Rica haven't really done anything. I'm very surprised and quite frank that Spain have dominated this game and had a lot of possession in this game. They've had 76 possession. Costa Rica have had 34, I think. So for me, Spain have been brilliant.
They're just saying here, 30 minutes in, the crowd have just started a Mexican wave. The Costa Ricans joined in, so maybe they are getting a bit thinking the match is over. 82% possession to Spain. They've had 5 shots, 3 on target, 3 in the net.
They have. And they've been the better. Look, they've been the better side, and they deserve it.
But when you're looking at this is what you should be seeing Argentina and Germany should have been doing. Taking control, and when you're 1-0 up, killing the game off.
100%, because when you say that, right, you want to see these other teams kill it, because the Germany-Japan game earlier, Germany played really well in the first half. They just couldn't take their chances, and they lack quality up front. They lack clinical. They've got good players like Gnabry, Müller, Musiala, all these players, Kimmich. I don't know why Tony Kroos didn't get a call up for Germany.
No, a few people have said that.
Tony Kroos is a world-class player, and he's still playing. Yeah, he's getting old a bit, but he's still a good player, and he's very good at free kicks for Germany. He's very good at creating set pieces. Why call up Mario Götze? How long has this guy been playing? For a long time.
Yeah.
So this is the problem with Germany. Like they're not the Germans what they were before, and Spain. They're not that great, but they can pull in very good performances like that. Look, I'm not saying Spain are. Look, they haven't got a bad squad, but it's not great. It's not like the Spain what we like. I think Sergio Ramos could have played at least one more World Cup. Thiago should have been called in, right? Where's Gerard Moreno? Right?
Oh no, sorry, I got excited then. Something came up. I've got my screen open on two screens so I can look at the facts and what have you, and it just came up. But I think it was just catching up with the goal from earlier.
Exactly.
But BBC have just said it's as a one-sided game as you could expect to see.
Well, yeah.
It really, really is. Let's have a look where Costa Rica are in
their goal difference is going to be very bad.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't. We know Costa Rica probably aren't going to get out of the group here, are they?
No.
But they've got as much chance as anybody. They've got 2 games left, but on this performance, I can't see it.
Neither can I.
I'm just trying to see if I can where they are in the rankings. Let's have a look.
Have a look. Just go on the website you go on is FIFA World Cup.
Oh yeah, I've got it here. So Spain they're 7th in the world rankings.
They've improved then.
Yeah, between Italy and although Italy have overtaken them, but between Italy and Netherlands, so Spain are 7th. Let's see where Costa Rica are. I'm going down.
Where were Belgium?
I'm going down. I'll have a look in a second. Let's just have a look. Costa Rica. I'm down. I'm on to page 2. That's how far down I've gone. Saudi Arabia are 51, Qatar are 50. I can't find Costa Rica. They've got to be the lowest one in the tournament, surely. Unless I've missed. Surely I've missed them. So I'm down to sort of 85. Let me go back. I must have missed them. I'm down to Luxembourg and Vietnam now. They can't be that low. Going that low, I'll find Nottingham Forest in a minute, Luke.
Probably.
Costa Rica 31st. Just behind Tunisia, but above Russia. Well, they haven't been playing, in fairness.
No.
Well, not in fairness, but you know what I mean. Above Hungary, above Algeria, above Australia and Egypt, above Scotland.
Hungary have got to be at least in the between 20s, at least.
Is this Belgium?
No, Hungary I'm on about. Belgium. Where Belgium?
Belgium are...
Surely they can't be near the top.
2nd.
What? Belgium is no way. Belgium does not deserve 2nd place. You've got to replace that for at least a France, at least a Brazil, someone like that. You cannot put Belgium. Belgium have to be at least 7th, 8th, 9th.
Well, Brazil are 1st, Belgium are 2nd, Argentina 3rd, France 4th, England 5th, Italy 6th, Spain 7th, Netherlands 8th. Now, whether the Nations League don't count towards this, because we were 5th before the Nations League. We weren't that far. We're not that far ahead of the team. We're only 14 points ahead of Italy, but there we go. 5 minutes added on in the first half. Time yet for Spain to get a 4th, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Not good for Costa Rica, and they're looking very bad. They're looking very, very weak. So
they are. It's to be honest with you, this is as easy a game as I have seen in this World Cup.
But it is because this game looks. I was looking forward to this game, right? I expected Costa Rica were going to come out and get a result.
Yes.
But Spain have just gone and proved to people, and this is a big statement win, right? Because Spain now have scored 3 goals so far in the first half. It's an opportunity. Look, the German game is going to be very interesting on Sunday, right? And Germany would want to respond back against Spain, because Germany, for me, yes, they played well in the first half. Should have took their chances, and when you don't build your chances, you're not going to win the game.
No.
And if the opposition scores, and Japan, for me, fair play to Japan, they played really, really well, and they were a really good team in the second half, and they deserved the win.
But they still had with Japan, because I actually went for a 2-1 win to Japan.
Wow.
I know. I wish I'd put some money on it.
Should have
At
won.
1-0, I thought no, because I could just see Germany scoring 2 or 3. Then the second half kicked off. Germany started well, but then they slowly let Japan back into it. And just before Japan scored, I actually said, "Yeah, this is the best phase of play for Japan. I could probably see them scoring. I couldn't before, but I could now." Then they did score, and I said, "Right, let's see how Germany going to sort of respond to this." And Germany just did not respond. It was like they're still sat in neutral, and they let the Japanese come on to them. They got the second goal, deservedly so, and I can't believe how they got that into the goal from where they were, because they've been missing sitters all game.
Yeah, of course.
But it was only then that Germany sort of started to play, and I'm like, well, you're 2-1 down now. You should have been playing like this when it's when it was 1-0, and obviously they didn't manage to get back. But that's the first game. I don't think I've ever called a game so perfect as that one.
Right. This is probably the first game you've actually seen, right? That has actually been a very comfortable game.
Yes.
Like,
although England was, in fairness, in the second half, but not this early.
The England game was great.
Mm.
It was a bit embarrassing for let 2 goals in against Iran, but
the second one, the penalty, we should have maybe had. Well, if that was a penalty, then we should have had that one on Maguire in the first half, which should have.
It was a penalty
by
Harry Maguire. It was a pen by Harry Maguire.
It was what? Sorry.
It was a penalty from Harry Maguire.
It was, yeah, definitely. Theirs was, ours definitely. Well, ours was anyway, but then you're not guaranteed not to score it. I mean, look at Lewandowski, sorry. That was a poor penalty that he took.
Well, it was, because Lewandowski is one of the best centre forwards, and he's not really that much of a penalty taker sometimes.
Well, he proved that.
He's failed.
Here, can they make it 4? No, good defending.
Last minute by Costa Rica.
Tackle. That could have been the 4th there. Superb ball through, but I've got to say that was decent defending. Oh, he didn't get the ball.
No,
he didn't get the ball. Fair play to the Spanish player. He didn't go down. So I think if he'd gone down, he might have got another penalty. But he didn't go down. But he did enough to put him off, let's say, the Costa Rican player. But I thought he'd got the ball, but he didn't. But when Costa Rica attacked, Spain have just got 4 at the back in a line, and you got a couple of Costa Rican strikers up there. There's only ever going to be one outcome.
There is. Do you think Costa Rica can get a consolation goal?
That's
always
possible. I think that's all it will be. And there it is, half time.
3-0 Spain.
3-0.
Dominant 3-0 Spain.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, shocked that Spain managed to get 3, to be honest.
QPR, Dean, yes, Mr. Lineker did play for Leicester City. Mr. Lineker that was in my class at school played for Leicester City. So, it's not just a crisp thing. But yeah, I was at school with him, and he played for Leicester before he went to Everton. This game is over. It's approaching 1 a.m. here, so we'll miss the second half. Many thanks, Chris and Luca. See you on your next watch along, Chris. Tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow, I'm doing 3 tomorrow. God help me. 1 on Dan's, 1 on mine, 1 on Doug's. It's half time. Thank you to everybody that was in. Thank you to Luca. Going to have a break. We will be back in 5 minutes. Going to go and water the plants and drop the kids off at the pool, as they say. And we will be back in 5. As they say, don't touch that dial.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Big up, man. He's muted again.
I am muted. Welcome back. I'm talking now. I do this every time. It's because what I use for my the video, if you like, for the break, doesn't mute the speaker. So I mute, otherwise whatever we do in the background is picked up. And then I always forget to unmute. That I was just saying, I'm looking here 3-0. 105 attacks to 32 for Costa Rica, 38 dangerous to 9 from Costa Rica. Costa Rica, 45 minutes, no shots on or off target. Costa Rica could be the first team here that goes through the whole game without having a shot, full stop.
Well, it is. Costa Rica have been very, very, very bad in this game. And I'm like I said to you, and I say it again, like Spain have done very, very well. And that is a massive statement because Spain have gone and actually put 3 past them. And it's not even the second half yet. And the way Spain are playing at the moment is 5 or 6.
I mean, it says here, how many shots do Costa Rica have? I've just said they're 0. Dean says, if Spain gets sloppy later on in the game, they might leak a goal. Yeah, but I mean, they've not had a shot, Costa Rica. They've not had a shot on target. How are they going to even think about getting a game? I do apologise for muting myself. Everybody says I'm muted. I need to do something on that. I'm going to add that to the list of things to do. Video for break. There we go. Gray is back. They're all talking about Leicester players. Let's move on. I'm back. What have you missed? To be honest with you, you've missed a game, Kate, in which only one team bothered to turn up. The other team might as well. They've just come along literally to make the numbers up.
Well, yeah, it's Costa Rica have just been poor.
Yes, it's embarrassing. It really is. Anthony's in. It's an Arsenal massive.
Hello, Anthony.
Luca.
How are you?
Anthony, Spain, France, England, best 3 of the top teams at the moment. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Costa Rica couldn't find a net with Sam. Now, your favourite joke there. Your favourite joke, Gray. I don't think there's a way back in this for Costa Rica. Do you, Luca?
No, probably not. The way I've seen the game right now, no. I think the game's done, to be honest. I think the second half's just going to be like Spain, going to get more goals, up the goal difference, or they're probably going to just sit back and be, you know what, give them one more goal. The game's done. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, it is. Oh, my God. They're just showing. I mean, if you go to the BBC website, they're just showing the possession that Spain have had, and the one from.
The screen if you want and show us. Yeah.
If I share this, 1 second. Let's just see if I can get this up because it's on a different screen. So let me just see what I can do here. They're coming out for the second half, so no. Well, I tell you what, nothing's gonna happen. Let's be honest with you in the game, is it? No. So, unfortunately, I'll just check I've got the right window open. Here we go. So this, I mean, to be honest with you, I've never seen anything like this. We'll share it with the BBC. Here we go. So, we will come back to the live game in a second, folks. But just to show here, right. I mean, look. I mean that Spain and the black squares are completing a large amount of successful passes, as shown in the first image, compared to their opponents, Costa Rica, purple squares, in the second image. When they get the ball, Costa Rica are often just gifting it back to Spain so they can go on the attack again. This is the fastest 31 minutes any side have gone 3-1 up in a World Cup match since Germany versus Brazil, the 7-1 in 2014. Okay, not a single shot on target from Costa Rica. So that's Spain's, and that's Costa Rica.
For me, when you look at that,
spot the difference, Luca.
Mate, it's pretty easy. Spain have got like so many passes. Costa Rica have had no shot on target. It's like a zigzag of how all these tactics are.
Yes. It's like, this is how I want you to play. This is how I don't want you to play. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't be surprised. Shouldn't be surprised.
Spain have kicked off. I'm in 45 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah, they have kicked off. Let me just bring the screen back up again. Because you can only share one screen at a time, unfortunately.
Yeah, StreamYard.
Yes, gotta love it. Here we go.
OBS or anything like that.
There we are. Right, I'm on 46:48.
46:20. So you're about 20
seconds. Yeah, it's usually the 20-second mark is the difference. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. And smash the likes if you are subscribed, because smashing the likes does help the channel, and also subscribe to Lucas as well. Tell us what you think, how you think Spain will react in this second half, Luca, while I just go and add your details.
Spain are just going to basically just control the game. I think they're just going to I think basically Spain are just going to control the game. I think they're just going to keep dominating possession, pass the ball across around the pitch, and I don't think Costa Rica ain't going to do anything. I think what they're going to do is just make sure they don't concede any more goals. To be honest,
yes.
How do you think it will be?
I think the first 10 minutes. Let's have a look if Spain are still going to go on the attack, or if they are going to, like I say, just sit back, because they don't need to risk it. They've got, I think they need to make some substitutions. I think we'll see Spain make all their 5, give the players a rest, and why not? Like you say, they've got a game in 4 days. So let's see, because like I say, Spain could go either way, really. They could just sit back and say, right, we've won it, or they could go in for the kill.
Possibility, because if Costa Rica can get a goal now, put pressure on Spain's defence, you might have a chance to get back into the game. But I think the game's done, to be honest. I think Costa Rica are just going to be like, you know what? The game's done. We move on to the next game.
And I don't honestly think that if they get the one, what with Germany, when they got their one, so when Japan got their one, Germany didn't respond to it. But they were only 1-0, and they were only 1-0 up. Spain, the 3-0 up. I think if Costa Rica were to get a goal, it would be, we know it's going to be a consolation. I think Spain might even go ahead and go like, okay, we better get another one then.
Well, yeah, because when you look at that Germany and Japan game, the game wasn't over when it was 1-0 Germany, because it was only 1-0. Germany had an amount of latter chances, whereas Japan, they made the substitutions work. They made a few changes. We saw Tomiyasu come on, and I thought he played well for Japan. So he helped the team. He managed to contribute and help Japan get the victory. And what's funny enough is about Japan is the substitutions work. They changed the system a little bit, and that's how they won the game against Germany, which put pressure on Germany's defence. Because when you look at the goal which scored, Manuel Neuer made the save. I mean, Germany couldn't what's the word? Couldn't really like, you know, like when it's like a rebound, if you understand what I mean. So they couldn't, you know what I mean? So Germany couldn't really like react to that.
There's a question here for you from Anthony. Luca, who have you got to win the World Cup?
Brazil.
I kind of wanted Argentina. I hate Argentina, as I said at the start, but I kind of, for Messi, wanted him to win it. But I think Brazil. Dark horses?
There's quite a few. Holland. Portugal.
Are they dark horses, though? I mean,
not, but Holland could be a dark horse.
I actually, before they lost to Holland, I went for Senegal because I think we're going to see an African team possibly will do very well. I think in this, whether they're going to win it or not is another matter.
I think Uruguay could be a dark horse.
They're trying it again now. I've put Luca's link in the description, Gray.
7 subscribers away from 2.5K.
Yeah. So if you go on it, you should be able to click on it and it take you straight through to Luca's.
It's called Luca AFC. So if you haven't gone to subscribe, we're 7 subscribers away from 2.5K.
Yeah, go on, make it 69, Gray. You know you like a bit of 69.
69.
Yeah. So it's a corner to Spain. The thing is, for me, Spain don't have to really do anything.
Well, they know because the game's already done. But the thing is, Spain can kind of like drift off a little bit. They kind of like take their time with the ball because the game's already done. You know what I mean? It's like they got the third goal. If it was 2-0, the game probably wouldn't have been over because then if Costa Rica can actually I can get a goal back, you win the game.
That was nearly the fourth then, I'll tell you.
It was.
Off the line. What an interception from the Spanish.
Jesus, what an interception from the back line. Jesus.
Yeah, he just came and took that off him, didn't he?
Yes.
I just like I say, Spain don't have to do anything in this game, but just be as they are, just to still look impressive.
Well, yeah, of course, because Spain are just going there just to do everything.
I think so far this season, I think we have. So far this season, what am I saying? So far in the World Cup, Qatar and now Costa Rica are the two worst teams we've seen. At least Costa Rica had an effort on goal.
Do you think Costa Rica will get out the group? I don't think so.
No. I don't, to be honest with you.
You need to beat Japan. And it's 4-0 Spain.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And they're not really even doing anything special. It's almost like a training game for them, isn't it?
It is. It's like playing behind Arsenal's training ground, London Colney or Leicester's training ground.
I mean, again, what was the goalkeeper doing?
It's a good finish. What was the keeper doing there? Yet again, Navas. Come on, you got to do better than that. Spain look like they could win the group.
Spain are just going to knock it in, aren't they? You know,
crazy.
I mean, again, the goalkeeper. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, what's the keeper coming out like that? Look! What was the keeper doing? There was no need for the keeper to come out. And then Ferran Torres just takes on the Costa Rica player, and the keeper just runs out quick, right? And then Ferran Torres just goes round and just puts it in the net. Why do that?
I mean, look at him. He's come out. He's collided with his defender. Speak to each other.
That's lack of communication from his body shape is not there. He's left a massive overload in that box. And Spain, right, have now got double figures.
Oh, can they get into double figures?
Well, why not? It's 4-0 up. 4-0 up in 54 minutes. That's poor scrabble by the two centre halves. and the goalkeeper as well. Look at that, right? He twists, he turns. Ferran Torres puts it in with his left foot, past the goalkeeper. If the keeper didn't come out, to be honest, the keeper didn't really need to do anything and come out.
No.
He didn't need to do it. It could have even gone out as a save or gone out as a corner. That's a massive mistake for Costa Rica. That's a big blow for that.
I think, yeah. How many do you think they can get then?
The way the game's looking at the moment, I think they can get 6 at best. I think 6. I really do. I really think they could win this 6-0. Like I said, a draw in this game, 1-1. I've totally gone out of the blue.
Yeah. Don't give me the lottery numbers, okay?
No, please don't.
Oh dear. Right, let me. I think it's all over, says Gray. It is now.
It is over. It is now.
Yeah. There's Luca's link. I've just put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, we're 7 subscribers away from 2.5K.
I'm just going to have a look here. Biggest World Cup. I should know this because I did ask this question on the in the quiz the other night. So the biggest World Cup wins so far are, let's have a look. Hungary 10, El Salvador 1. That was in 1982. Hungary 9, South Korea 9. That was in 1954. Hungary like to get an odd goal too, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Yugoslavia 9, Zaire 0 in 1974. Sweden 8, Cuba 0. Uruguay 8, Bolivia 0. Germany 8, Saudi 0. So those are the biggest win.
All chance of Spain. Could it be 5? Spain are coming in again. Could be 5. Could be 5. Blocked. Head up. Corner. Costa Rica's goalkeeper, Navas, I actually thought he was quite a good keeper. Look, he's not a bad goalkeeper. He's just having a bit of a bad day.
Well, the defence in front of him obviously isn't going to be helping him. And in fairness to a goalkeeper. But, yeah, he's at fault for at least a couple of the goals.
Yeah, at least 2 goals. It was his fault.
But like I say, you got to sort of say, well, it's it's a bit shit for the defence in front of him.
Do you have worries playing against Spain? The way Spain have, I know.
What? Sorry.
Do you have worries for England? Can England beat Spain?
I don't know. On this performance, it would be a good game.
But it would be.
The thing is, it's hard to judge England, and it's hard to judge Spain against the opposition they're playing.
The thing is, Rich Sports touched it on yesterday when I was on his podcast last night, and he says England have got a very, very good young team, right? And you've got so many options. You've never seen a very good, exciting England team. Yes, England still haven't won anything since 1966. But however, in the next few years to come, you're still going to have all these young, potential world-class players. Phil Foden is still young. Maddison is still young. Declan Rice is young. Jude Bellingham is young.
Yes.
Harry Maguire is still kind of young. John Stones is young. You've got all these, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, Ramsdale, Nick Pope, Kane. Sterling is getting on a bit, but still not quite near to his old age yet. So you've still got all these young potential players coming through, and it must be exciting times for England.
Yes, I mean
these players can play at least 4 tournaments.
Oh, definitely. I'm just looking at. I mean, you're talking about England put 6 past the 20th team in the world, which is Iran. Spain have so far put 4 past the 31st team in the world, Costa Rica. So looking on that, you've got to say the England performance is better because Iran were the better team. And let's be honest with you, Iran put up more of a fight than than Costa Rica here.
Well, they did, because Iran, it took England 34 minutes to score the first goal. And Iran were defending. And if you remember, when England were 1-0 up in the game, there was a little scrabble in the own penalty box between Declan Rice and Harry Maguire. Declan Rice almost lost the ball, and the Iran player was putting pressure. The centre forward of Iran was putting pressure on Declan Rice and Maguire. If they would have lost that, Iran would have got an equaliser.
Yeah.
And then fair play to Iran. Took them 34 minutes to score against England.
Yeah, they held out well. Yeah, they did. But it just shows, like you say, I mean, I know it's an old saying, there's no easy games in football anymore. But
not anymore.
these small, the teams further down the pecking order, if you like, are getting better. They are closing the gap. But I just think, like you say, it's about not panicking. It's about saying, well, look, at 40 minutes, everybody we were all panicking, saying, my God, we haven't scored, and we ended up with 6.
It's crazy.
We do. So, half an hour to go. Spain 4, Croatia 0. And I guess that's kind of answered the question. Because we said, could we see them getting any more? And they certainly did, didn't they?
Well, of course. I think they can get 6.
I can. I hope they don't, because then that'll take the shine off our win. But,
England can have like the highest scores.
Costa Rica still have not got a shot on target. Costa Rica have still not got had a shot yet. 62 minutes into the game. Now, I'm not being awful, but Iran did better than this. Qatar did better than this.
They did. You doing the Belgium game tonight?
No.
I'm
having a break. I'm doing a quiz tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my channel at 6:30 tonight.
We're doing at 9 o'clock. It is, so I could have fitted it in, but it would have been a bit of a rush. But
Friday, I've got 2 games. I've got the Netherlands one at 4, and then I've got Macy coming on for the England game.
Yeah, I've got the England and the Wales game on Friday, and I've got 3 games tomorrow. But
Jesus.
No, I've got a quiz coming up tomorrow, or wide shot there from Spain. Not tomorrow, a quiz coming up tonight on this channel at 9 o'clock. It's the last round of 16 game in the home or away quiz. Craig at Leicester is taking on Simon from Tottenham Hotspur. It's a 2-horse race. Where will the Spurs player come?
Where are you going to come? Where are you going to come first?
Well, no, there's only one of them can go through, obviously. But of course, we obviously with the thing with Spurs is they came third in a 2-horse race that season. Yeah, that season when you were celebrating because you beat us, but couldn't celebrate at the end of the season because you only came second.
Could it be one of those seasons again? Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season?
I think you could win it.
Do you reckon?
I do. I really do. And it's nice to see, and I'd love to see you win it. Just take the smile off Manchester City's face.
And take the smile off my Arteta situation.
Yes, exactly. You might actually even say he's a good manager.
Yeah.
If Spain and England both win their groups, they wouldn't meet until the final. If either came second, potentially semis. I won't be in Friday, Chris. I'm having a grumpy old gits down the pub Friday watching the game. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, look, great. When you're our age, we're allowed to be grumpy.
Of course.
Yes, the
I'm
youngsters.
allowed to be grumpy at my age as well.
You can't be grumpy. You're too young. You've just got to put up with us being grumpy. And I wasn't even in the war. Gray says Arsenal 6. They'll do better than that, Gray.
Come on, man. They're not going to get 6.
No. I mean, I can say I just think it's great. I mean, I watched you when you played us, and It was you just outplayed us, to be honest with
Well,
you.
we were the better team, and Fofana's got Fofana's. I don't rate Fofana.
I just hope he breaks his leg and he's out for the rest of the season, or even better, he breaks his leg and it's career ending.
Yeah, because I don't rate. I thought Martinelli destroyed Fofana at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I think we'll get second this season. I just think if we don't strengthen in January, I think we're going to get second or third. I think if we can have a real good go in January, we've got look. The only thing I'll say it quickly because this is a Spain game. The only thing I'm worried about is when we play Man City.
Mm.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
But look who's beaten Man City this season. A couple of
teams,
mid-table teams. Quickly before we move on, then I'll throw it back at you. Where do you think Leicester will finish?
Mid-table, 14th.
14th, that low?
About that, yeah.
Oof! I take my first for Arsenal back and reduce you down to 4th. 8th. I have a feeling 8th. I said 8th at the start of the season. We had a bad start, but we're coming good now.
Where do you think Liverpool will finish?
I think I had them as second to Manchester City. In fairness,
I think we can get top 4.
I think they'll struggle. But then again, somebody just said Spurs are inconsistent. As it's there, Gray's just said that.
I think the ones who are going to struggle is Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to finish outside.
Well, Spurs. It depends at where how long. What's he called? Is it Conte's there at Spurs because he's not happy.
No,
like you say, somebody just said then Harry Potter, whatever he's called, could get sacked. I'm just trying to check. Doug's back in. Hi, Doug. So, I think Chelsea and Spurs are the ones to throw it away. But Liverpool haven't been, look at they've lost to Liverpool. They've lost to Nottingham Forest. Sorry. Liverpool have lost to Nottingham Forest and they've lost to Leeds. So they're vulnerable as well. So it's anybody's. It's anybody's. Doug thinks we'll finish 8th. Gray 7th. QPR getting relegated. Now, that was the last time you were in the Premier League when you played us, Dean. 5-1. Was first. I'd love to see. In fairness, I'd love to see QPR up. I really would. New Year is payback time. We're going to get Liverpool on New Year on the 30th of December. We're going to stuff Liverpool. Sorry, Doug. I know you're still in, but you've been awful.
When we beat Leicester again and do the double over Leicester.
No, we don't mind. We let you with the double over us. It just makes you feel good. You celebrate like you win the league when you beat Leicester. Which top 6 side has the fewest players at the World Cup? Liverpool with 7 apparently.
Well, Arsenal got 10 players going to the World Cup. Manchester City have got 16, 17.
16, yeah. I think we've got 6, Leicester.
Goes to show Leicester are near the bottom then.
We're not near the bottom. I think we are about 14th at the moment.
Good, that's good.
Doug, let's ask Doug, are you worried about the game on the 30th?
Where's it at? Leicester.
I think it's at Liverpool.
Oh no, Liverpool.
But when we played Everton the other week and beat them, I did say I'd prefer to be playing Liverpool at the moment. That Spain are coming away again. Can they add a bit of excitement to the end? Go on, get the ball in. No, they passed it back.
What do you think about Leicester's Carabao Cup opponents? Yeah,
Milton Keynes.
Yeah,
and that was a bad header from Spain. There's
Leicester should win that really.
Yeah, we should, but they're an unknown quantity. We did Newport. We did Stockport, so we've already had two potential banana skins we've got through. Who have Arsenal got in the next round?
We're out of it.
Oh, God, of course you are. Yes. Oh, I've forgotten that.
Lost to our bogey side, Brighton.
I'd totally forgotten about that.
Yeah, we lost Brighton 3-1.
I know.
Our bogey team. Yeah.
Oh dear, I enjoyed that moment. Moments like that make life worth living.
It does.
I hope Spain can get another one now. Otherwise,
Well, I
he's just gonna.
I hope Spain do get 5.
Yeah. Yes.
20 minutes to go.
Well, we are so in a false position, says Gray. I think we're gay. Just said here, this is Rob Green, former England goalkeeper. Spain know the game is up. And he said here, and it's very true, tempted to say the game won't tell us a lot about Spain in this tournament. The strength of the opposition, Costa Rica really haven't made it difficult. Costa Rica, to be totally honest with you, are embarrassing.
They are embarrassing.
I'm just gonna go because these are the worst team along with Qatar. I just want to check with Qatar. Let's have a look. Goal. Attempts at goal. Right. Qatar had 3 attempts on goal. No, sorry. Qatar, let me just have a look. Which side is Qatar on? Sorry, they're on the left. I was about to tell you Ecuador's. Qatar had 5 shots at goal.
Crazy. 5
were off target, but at least they had 5 shots on goal. If Qatar can do that, this is just embarrassing from Costa Rica. Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for Costa Rica because I didn't expect any of this.
No.
I thought it would have been a really good contest, but Spain had just put them apart.
I thought it would be up there, like you say, with Saudi and with Japan. Again, look at this. I mean, 141 attacks by Spain, 50 from Costa Rica, nearly 100 more from Spain.
15 minutes to go. Still Spain.
It would be. Another goal would be nice. Otherwise, he's just going to sort of. It's just going to sort of dwindle down, isn't it?
Well, it is. Do you do the 10 o'clock games?
In the morning?
Yeah, I don't do the 10 o'clock games, but
no, I haven't. In fact,
I tend to do the evening ones.
Yeah, I'm sharing the evening ones. It's kind of like me, Dan, and Doug that are sort of sharing those.
Yeah,
I was doing the Uruguay South Korea tomorrow, which I thought was lunchtime. Dan told me it was 9:45, and I was very surprised that I'd agreed to do that one.
You're going to wake up for that?
But he's just messaged me and said it is actually 12.
Are you going to wake up for that?
Not the morning, no, but that one's at 12:45. Yeah. But I am doing Wales versus Iran at 10 a.m. on Friday. Are you doing that one?
I'm going to be doing on Friday. Let me have a look what I'm going to be doing on Friday. I've got it on here somewhere. The only ones I'm doing on Friday is Netherlands v Ecuador, 4 o'clock, and England USA. I'm doing Netherlands versus Ecuador and England versus USA. So on my channel, so notifications on.
Yeah, I'm doing England USA.
Yeah.
If you're up and want to do the Wales, I think they heard you in Qatar there.
It is. It's 5-0. 5-0. 5-0. 5-0. Come on.
No more than they deserved, really.
No, this is going to be 6. We want 6. We want 6. We want 6.
I mean, 15 minutes to go. Yeah, let's just have a look at this guy. I mean, he's gone past how many players? Lovely ball. Neves comes out and stops it. He chips it back in. 1 foot off the post in the goal. Number 9, Gavi. He just, again, like the first goal, he didn't even take a touch. It just came over and it just, bam, straight in.
That's mental.
So now I was about to say before they decided to go and score another one, if you're up and you fancy doing a watch along, mate, Wales.
No worries, man. No worries, man. Thank you very much.
Okay, mate. Yeah, because I haven't got anybody for that one yet. So yeah,
What game's this?
it's Wales Iran.
What time's that?
This is 9:30 in the morning.
Yes, on Friday.
Yes.
Yes, I should be available. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Let me know if there's a problem.
Yeah, I will. I'll be available. I'll be available. I'll be up. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, you'll be up. I mean, the question is, will I be up? But
Gotta be up.
5-0. It's a This is a training game for Spain, isn't it? It's just a training game. Nothing more,
It is.
nothing less. And they deserve it. Costa Rica. I can't believe I'm actually saying somebody is worse than Qatar, but Costa Rica, they have been.
Even worse.
How are they 31 in the world?
They should be like 60th in the world.
Yeah, if that. Are we watching the 31st best team in world football at the moment in the men's game?
Crazy.
I don't think we are. I don't think we are at all. I can see them getting another one.
So can I.
I'll get Mrs. to get me up for that one. Who are Gray, really? It was Kate, literally, bing, off his foot, didn't even let it bounce. Very similar to the first goal. Very similar for the first goal. Men versus boys. Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
It's 5.
5-0 to Spain.
Yeah. You're going to run out of balls there, Dean. Didn't Costa Rica win their group? Possibly, I think they may well have done. But again, you got to think who else is in there.
What's this for? The previous World Cup?
I'm just disgusted in them.
Oh my. It's not right.
So here we go. Good minds think alike. Chris predicting Japan to beat Germany 2-1. The Germans. I wonder if they flew over in a Messerschmitt or a Fokker German, Doug. Was it a Messerschmitt plane or a Fokker plane? We should ask Stan about it. Japan stuck in there and it paid off. Yes, it did, Gray. Handbags at dawn on the pitch. Yes. Oh, it is getting a little bit. Oh, everybody's joining in.
Everyone's joining in now.
Yeah. I've got to be honest with you, though, the best handbags I've seen this World Cup is actually Roy Keane and Graham Souness at half-time yesterday.
Roy Keane's been a funny one recently, hasn't he?
He has. He's lightening up a little bit, but he said his opinion. Graham Souness disagreed with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it at all, but he wouldn't shut up, Roy Keane.
Oh, yeah, I did see it in one of the games.
Yeah, he said, like, shut up and listen, you might learn something.
Wouldn't shut up non-stop. It's like, get on with it, Roy Keane. You're doing your job.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, it was an opinion, yes, but they are going to disagree. It's like us having a disagreement here, you thinking Arsenal are good and me saying the shit. But we don't, but they just, neither of them will just let it go. You got two very similar personalities there, and it was like, great, yeah, get in. Yeah, King Souness was good. It was Kate. It was. I tell you what, I love Roy Keane and who's the Micah Richards. They do a lot on TikTok.
Yeah.
And they are funny together. Spain coming away. Can they make it 6?
Maybe 6.
11 minutes to go.
There's a chance there, and Laporte fouled on the floor from the Costa Rica player who was jumping. Still
74. Oh, they've done it. They have done it. Spain have actually not another goal. Sorry, Spain have actually gone 101 attacks more than Costa Rica.
Hey, 101.
And they've had 61 dangerous attacks, and Costa Rica have had 11. I think I must have been on the toilet when they had their 11 because I haven't seen them. And they still haven't had a shot anywhere near the goal.
What, are there no shots on target?
No shots on target. And no shots. No, just on target. They've had no
They must
shots.
They must be like San Marino then.
Well, like I say, Qatar had 5 shots with 3 on target. So how do you do that? Well, and that's Qatar, and they were bloody awful.
Crazy.
Yeah, they were both hard geezers, and I think, oh, go on, you're through. Neves actually managed to save one.
Well, he's actually saved the shot. Why did you not do that in the first 5 goals?
Yeah, exactly. Played off the park is an understatement. It is, mate. It is. QPR, have you, Dean? Have you followed me on Twitter yet? Because there's something I want to ask you. So, follow me on Twitter. Let me stick it in here. Just I say follow me or send me a message. You don't have to be following me to send me a message. I can ask you. Yeah, he's a Republic of Ireland fan, is Dean. Meme machine stuff going on over there. Oh, you miss Jack Charlton, don't you? Be honest. Big Jack. And see that I didn't agree with that in the USA. England didn't qualify. Scotland didn't. Wales didn't. Northern Ireland didn't. So we all had to be. Oh no, I think Northern Ireland. We all had to be Republic of Ireland fans.
Exactly.
Okay, Dean, no problem, mate. And I'm so like, no, I don't. And people say, like, well, you should like Wales and Scotland. Why? They don't like us. There's a lot of empty seats now. I think a lot of people have gone home.
Rico's preparing for their next game against Japan on Sunday.
Yes. So 8 minutes to go. And I tell you what, if I had to say to you who's the man of the match, I think you'd probably pick, say, just 11 players in red, wouldn't you?
Anyone really? I can't really predict anyone because they've all had a good. They all get a 10 in my opinion. They've all been very good, Chris.
Sorry?
They've all been good, Chris. That's why they've won.
They have, yeah. No, they have. And I
couldn't
couldn't argue with it.
Ground. Like Costa Rica, I feel like deflated. It feels like, why are we playing in this game so bad?
Yes. Yeah. QPR says he's a tourist at these events. Dean, it's the only reason we have Doug on, because we feel sorry for him being a Scottish fan. It feels involved when we have him on the show, so you don't like to just be. Jack Charlton, awesome man. Jack Charlton was a legend. Look, what he did for Republic of Ireland. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, yes. I mean, how many of those players had Irish relatives 3 times removed and twice deceased? But I know I was even saying though, if James Maddison, I believe, has got a Republic of Ireland granny or something, that if he wasn't picked for the England team this time, then he should be looking at the Republic of Ireland.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dean said, "Thank you for not leaving me out."
How QPR doing this season? And you got any hope of getting to the Prem?
They were doing all right, I think, at one point. They will let us know, I'm sure. Costa Rica fans should get a refund. Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. I'm sorry. This is totally. I didn't think we'd see a team as bad as Qatar.
Do you know what this Spain remind me of? The old Spain.
Sorry?
This remind me of the old Spain. Back in 2008, 2010, those sort of days. that kind of remind me of this performance.
Yes, yeah.
I actually don't think Costa Rica ain't a bad team. But for me, now I've watched this, they look very bad.
Yes, I mean the 31st, so you would think they were sort of,
I thought
half
they'd give Spain a good
decent.
game. Look,
But-
Spain
And I don't think Spain have been that good. Spain have been good, but they've been, men against boys,
Yeah.
like they said
They
before.
have. Like, you look at Spain's squad, as per the Equator, not that great. Eric Garcia, not good enough for Barcelona, right? Busquets is on, what is he, like 36, right? Morata was on the bench. Morata, he's not that great, but sometimes he can have a good game, right? So they have some good players like Ferran Torres, Pedri, Daniel Amaro from the under-21s. They've got some very good players. If Spain would have called up like Sergio Ramos, you could play at least one more World Cup.
Yes.
You've got Thiago in there. I don't understand why he didn't pick Thiago, maybe because of injuries. Like, you even got Gerard Moreno. Look, if Diego Costa would have had a very good season with Wolves, maybe he would have got a shout.
Yeah. Yeah. Dean's answered your question there. We were first a month ago, Luke, and then bottled it, mate. We will lose Chair, and we're looking January, don't look good.
Where's Chair going to, mate?
DFS, isn't it?
DFS. I remember that.
Wah, 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 wah. But here we go. We're into the last 3 minutes.
Last 3 minutes.
Now, 87 minutes.
Spain gets 6. Here we go. Spain coming forward again. Spain are looking forward, and it's blocked away, and it's still 5-0 Spain.
I can't see there being much stoppage time because there hasn't been many stoppages.
Come on, get 6. You know what annoys me about this FIFA World Cup, and you made a good point? They keep doing all these minutes, 6, 7 minutes, 13 minutes. Why do they keep doing that?
I think they have been ordered because I think two things this World Cup is the referees, when it's a corner,
The ball goes
all of them are going over to the players that are pushing and shoving. So they're trying to get that out. And I think they've been told to do, for substitutions or if players go down. I mean, in the England game, in the first half, obviously the Iranian keeper was down for a long time. So 14 minutes wasn't a surprise. But then in the second half, it was like, well, 10 minutes. Where's that come from? But look, you pay to go and watch Arsenal. I go and watch Leicester. We expect to see 90 minutes of a game of football.
Yeah, of course.
I think I read somewhere it's 60 minutes we actually see. The other 30 minutes is taken up with subs and people rolling around on the floor.
Mental.
So, it's I think it's quite right that they're adding all this on because I'll tell you something, once these teams start losing, if it's 1-1 and they start losing a goal in like the 97th minute and what have you, the managers are going to start saying to the players, hopefully, if you fall down, get the foot back up straight away.
Because for me, it's like, get on with it. Like what really frustrates me is that there's so many minutes. If this was an Arsenal game, and if we had to win the game for a very important thing, if we were going for a title, I would be very, very scared of having 14 minutes of added time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be confident. I'll be very negative. And it's like with the England game. If you're playing in a World Cup final against one of the big top World Cups and you've got that amount of minutes added time and you're winning 2-1, you're going to have to really go for that third. Yeah. Oh, it's 6-0. I did call it 6-0.
It is.
6-0 Spain.
Oh. It now becomes the best score of the World Cup so far.
Oh, no, it is. And they've kept a clean sheet. So Spain are the highest on the goal difference, goal scorers.
Just out of interest, Gavi is 18. Gavi has become the third youngest player to score in a World Cup match behind Pele and Manuel Rojas at 18 years and 11 days. Wow. 6-0, easy goal. Croatia, pack your bags, go home, give the rest of us a break. You are the Norwich of the World Cup. No, they are. You
Well,
know,
they
I
are.
mean,
You can tell, of course.
yeah, 6. Maybe that's why Real Madrid got rid of him, Gray.
Hey,
6-0. It is embarrassing. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad. I mean, what? Again, let's have a look. The goalkeeper. Yeah, let me just save this, but I'll palm it straight out to a Spaniard. 6-0. Oh
6-0.
my
Yeah,
God.
that's bad.
And it's not over yet.
No, they'll probably be about 7-8 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes? Bloody hell. How can you have 8 minutes in this? I don't get it.
Well, I can say with this one, I think it is just because there's hardly been any stoppages.
Yeah.
So Dan's just messaging me. 6 are the best for Spain. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Rubbish.
Embarrassment.
8 minutes of valid time as I'm looking. 8 minutes. Can they get 7? Do you think they'll get another one? I probably not.
I think if they wanted one, if they really wanted to go for it, they could do.
Probably not, but you never know.
And like I say, it's hard to say because you'd have to say if you were just looking at scores, you would have to say that this is the best team, the best performance because it's 6-0.
It is.
But when you look at it and you look at the standard of the teams, the standard of the teams is just, Costa Rica. I mean, who were better, Iran or Costa Rica?
Iran. Because
Oh,
Iran...
7.
7-0. Oh my God. No. Chris is flated.
Unbelievable. You know when I said earlier, could Spain get into double figures? I was kind of joking.
And they actually have.
I actually put this up earlier.
Rewind back.
There we go. I've not deleted it yet. I had it, and I thought, put it up as a joke and have a laugh. Bloody hell, they could do. OMG.
7-0, man.
Let's finish talking about a goal before you score another one, Spain. Oh, it's lovely into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper
7-0.
miles away.
Can't believe it.
He wouldn't have saved it anyway. This goalkeeper played for Real Madrid. You've got to be having a laugh. I could play better in goal for Real Madrid.
This keeper's old, you know what I mean? He's very experienced, but Jesus, could be his last World Cup. The thing is 7-0.
I know. It is embarrassing.
Navas has had a poor game. Very, very, very bad. Look at the goal right there. Look.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is awful.
Morata scored, and I criticised him. Well done, Morata. I give you praise on that. Alvaro Morata.
I've got to be honest with you. I am very, very surprised that Simon hasn't been up to score a
Costa
goal.
Rica are finishing bottom of the group. 100%.
Does Navas play in the next game? Do any of these play in the next game?
I'm looking forward to Spain versus Japan. The way Japan beat Germany. Do you think Japan can give Spain a good game?
They'll give them a better bloody game than this lot. You and me could turn up and just play 2 aside and give them a better game than this lot.
Chat can as well.
I mean, Japan, because they gave it a go against Germany. There's still 5 minutes to go. They could still get another one.
Can they get 8?
Costa Rica, and I'm not just saying this lightly, but Costa Rica, you are an embarrassment.
An embarrassment to the audience, Costa Rica fans.
Cross coming in here? No, cleared.
Come on, get an 8.
I'll get just the last facts here. Now, Costa Rica still no shots in any form, any description, anywhere in the stadium. Costa Rica 199 now. 100 it went up as I looked at it. 199 attacks to 63 from Costa Rica. 69 dangerous to 12 from Costa Rica. 12 dangerous attacks. I don't know where they get that from. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left, Spain. To get number 8.
Get one more.
Get number 8 and you will be on the list of biggest wins ever. Yes, we could. Yes, we could. And Dean says, what do you say? Where's my boots? There's still hope. Oh dear. That was a bit wide from Spain, but you know, who cares? 7-0 up. Let's be honest with you, they deserve it, Spain.
Of course they did. They've been brilliant from the start. They've been fantastic.
They're playing the worst team I have seen in this competition, and I can't imagine anybody else actually playing any worse.
Spain not beat Germany 6-0 in the last time they met.
Oh yes, indeed. Can you see anybody being worse than this?
I don't know. It's hard to say, really. Qatar could possibly lose again in their group.
But it's a free kick to Spain and a yellow card for Costa Rica. The 96th minute. This could be the last attack for Spain. Joel Campbell gets a yellow card. Bit silly getting a yellow card in the 97th
What do you think
minute.
Cristiano Ronaldo will do in this?
Oh, he trod on his foot again.
Go on.
Oh. Yeah, let's see, Dean. It could be 8 from this, indeed.
Yeah, it could be 8.
A lot of players are standing on everybody else's feet. So many bookings for that.
Joel Campbell's getting a yellow card. You are a shame, Joel Campbell.
Yeah.
8
No,
minutes.
it goes off target. It's going to probably end 7.
7-0, still good result.
Still, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. After watching 2 0-0s like yesterday, I can't complain at 7-0. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but as a spectator, a 7-0, it wasn't the most exciting of games. Because it was all one way. I'm not sure if Luke is frozen or not.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry, mate, sorry.
All right.
You'll be all right if you. I'm never going to play statues against you. So, yeah. First time Costa Rica defended. Yeah.
Full time 7-0.
Yeah, there it is. Done and dusted. 7 to Spain. 0. And they made it. 202 attacks.
Oh my God.
Well done to Spain. 202 attacks. It wasn't exciting. It was boring, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a 7-0 game. What are your thoughts on it?
Thoughts on the game? It's been crazy, man. I can't believe I've been so stupid to predict Costa Rica to get a 1-1 draw against Spain. What I said to Chris at the start of the show, right? Spain have been fantastic from start to scratch. To get over 200 passes in a game, it's fantastic.
200 attacks. Sorry. That's fine. But yeah, Spain have been brilliant from start to scratch, right? To get 7 against the 31st team in the world, who just should be like 77th or 88th worst team in the world, right? But they've been brilliant. They've been class to watch. It's been entertaining. It's going to be interesting when they play Japan, because that Japan-Germany game was very good, because Japan played very well and were the better team in the second half. But I'm really looking forward to Sunday, Spain versus Germany. That's going to be. Should be. Here we go. Just to have a look. Attempts at goal. This is Spain. 17, 7 on target, 8 off target, 13 from inside the penalty area. Outside the penalty area, 4 attempts. Costa Rica, total 0. On target 0. Off target 0. Inside the penalty area 0. Outside the penalty area 0. It is embarrassing. Total embarrassing. Let's have a look if I've got anything here. Discipline. Distribution. Right, Spain, you talked about passes then. Spain, 1,056. Passes for Costa Rica, 231. Passes completed for Spain, 994. Passes completed for Costa Rica, 166. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Has any team had no? No, I thought Qatar had at least had 5 shots.
It did.
Plus goal 7. Yeah, indeed. But Luca, look, thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime.
I'll see you on. I'll see you on Friday morning.
Friday for Wales around.
Set your alarm. Set your alarm, young man.
I will wake up. Yeah.
And I'm worried about me waking up, if I'm honest with you. And I will see that. Look, again, I've added your link into the chat below. Just give it a shout out, mate, where people can find you.
Yeah, subscribe to my channel, Luca AFC. We are 4 away now. It's gone up by quite a few.
I'll get my commission.
So we're 4 subscribers away from 2.5K. So if we can hit that tonight when I go live at 6:30, that'd be fantastic. To the channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Luca AFC. Follow me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC1, and follow me on Instagram, official_Luca_Arsenal content, and then you'll be able to find me. And anyone's more than welcome to come on my show. And if everyone needs to help me to come on their channels and help their channels boost up, just let me know and drop me a DM. Feel free. It's free of charge. Doesn't cost you any money. So subscribe to the channel, Luca AFC, and we're 4 away from 2.5K. Good.
And I say the link is in the description. Luca, good luck on the stream tonight.
I will.
And I will see you Friday. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Look, you can see there. I mean, it was all one-way traffic. It was embarrassing. I'm going to be totally honest with you. It was embarrassing. Right, let me get rid of that. Let me do that, and now I am in full, glorious, beautiful Technicolor. Well, I don't know about the beautiful. Those stats are a disgrace. Costa Rica, hang your head in shame. I know you were never going to beat Spain probably, but come on, no shots at all. That is just totally embarrassing. But guys, no more World Cup today from me. I am going to be doing the quiz. It's 9:00. If you fancy something a little bit different, it's the last round of 16 of home and away, and basically there's some questions at home, some questions are away. They can choose, the contestants, more points for an away game, a bit like the question of sport. It's 9:00. It's to see who's going to take the last quarter-final space, and it is going to be between Craig, who's a Leicester fan, my co-host on here on the preview show, and Simon, who's a Spurs fan. Can he come third in a 2-horse race again? Find out tonight at 9:00. Kate, thank you so much. I don't know what time Doug's going live, to be honest with you. I haven't eaten yet today, so I need to go and get some food, to be honest with you. Dean, take care. All the chat. Say give us a follow, because I do want to ask you something if you're interested. And I will see you at 9:00 if you fancy a break from the football. 7 Spain, 0 Costa Rica. Not only did they get 0, they also got 0 in the goal attempts as well. Absolutely pathetic and disgusting. I will see you all, hopefully, fingers crossed, at 9:00. This is what you've been listening to.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And this is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know, I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How rude!
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Sing ooh la la.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Some people are